Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Alex Zandman here, pro staff at Team Canada Pro. Today we're going to be going over my top baits for Lake Erie smallmouth in the summer and late fall. First of all, we're going to be going over the drop shot. That's the most practical use people use on Lake Erie, I find, is the drop shot. And I'm going to show you how to tie one up today. Today we're using an old school Okuma EVX Graphite 610 light action with a moderate to fast tip. See how soft that tip is? We're going to be working it with a RTX 25S spooled up with Sunline Super FC Sniper leader line, 8-pound test. This is very thin in diameter. And then on my main line, I got a Sunline SX2, super sensitive and strong, 10-pound braid. It's very thin in diameter as well. And I got my drag set nice and loose for when I'm finding those fish. And I'm using a 2500 size reel because it's a smaller rod and I want to be able to feel the lightest bites. So yeah, we're going to get into tying a drop shot here. This is my go-to setup for a drop shot. I'm using a VMC Sure Set drop shot in the number 1 size. I recommend using number 1 to number 2, especially for these finickier fish on Lake Erie with a little more pressure in the summer when there's a lot of boat traffic. I go with the smaller hook. This is about a number 1. It's pretty, I would say, a decent size to fish. Then I'm going to go with my go-to baits. Here's my go-to baits. This is a Jackal Crosstail Shad, and what color is this? Melon Copper. This is a deadly color on Lake Erie because it's dark. And then of course we have the juice, the creme de la creme. Everyone knows this bait. Boom, the Berkley Flatworm. These are a hot commodity, people. Make sure you get them if you can find them. All right, so we're gonna go here. We're gonna tie a drop shot first, show you how to tie it. Then we're gonna head into spy baiting after, how I fish a spy bait, how I set up a spy bait for Lake Erie, and all that stuff. So first of all, we're gonna start tying the drop shot. So we're gonna take our hook. And again, this is a VMC Sure Set drop shot hook. I've used spin shot hooks in the past. I've used triple grip hooks. I've used octopus hooks. I just find the VMC Sure Set drop shot hook gets the job done. It gets the job done for me, of course. I'm not setting the hook when I'm drop shotting. I'm reel setting. But with this hook, you can actually penetrate it a little bit if you're sight fishing. You won't really sting them. Alrighty, so we're gonna start with the drop shot. So you take your hook. You're gonna do a palmer knot with a long tag. So you're just gonna pull it through like this. And pull it through. Now I want a nice long tag so I can work with it right here. And then you're going to take your other line like this. You're going to pull it through. You're going to pull it through here like this. Okay, we got it through. You're going to take this and you're going to tie it like you're tying a shoelace, like you're doing a knot for your shoelace. So you're going to take the line like this, pull it through, and through again like this. Then you're going to cinch it. So then you're going to take this loop here. This is your palmer knot loop. You're going to take it. You're going to pull it through like this. You're going to wet it. A little bit of slab would never hurt anyone. And then if it starts to do that, what I do is I hold it closer like this. I just give her a nice little cinch like this. Right there, nice little cinch. There she goes, nice and straight. Now you see here, there's your hook. It's already straight, but what I like to do for extra straightness, see it there? I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but that's straight as hell. What I do next is I'm going to be putting the line through, like this, right through, pulling it through. This way it sits more stout and I can just pull like this, and there, it's nice and stout. See how stout that is? That's what you want when you're drop shotting. You want it to be totally straight in the water, the way the bait quivers. Okay, next we're going to go over weights. Since I'm only going to be fishing 12 to 15 feet of water this weekend, I'm going to go with a 3/8 ounce Punisher Jigs lead head jig. This is from my boy Jared Dean. He makes the best drop shot weights, especially in the lead. And then usually if in the summer I'm going to transition over to tungsten, I'll use a Doink Tungsten 1/2 ounce drop shot weight. It's very small. It's very dense. It's lighter. It's a lot less material used than lead, but it packs a punch. It can get down there quick. You can feel the transitions and all that stuff. If not, I don't have tungsten. I'm going to use a Punisher Jigs lead head 1/2 ounce. This is for more in the fall, August, when you're offshore in that 27 to 35 feet of water, even 40 feet. I've caught them in 40 feet. So yeah, we're going to go with the 3/8 today. We're going to tie it up here. What I do with my drop shot is I look at it, and I figure, okay, if I'm fishing 15 feet of water, let's say, we're going to be 15 feet of water. So what I do is I put too much line out here. I made a mistake, but it's still going to work. So I take a little piece of line like this. cut it off, put it over to the side. Oh, drop my weight. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the weight, we're gonna tie it, give it a little tight little line here, like this. Don't mind the thunder, it's a storm coming through. Okay, we're gonna take this, we're gonna tie your loop knot like this. 1, 2. Then you're gonna pull it through like this, and there you have it. Here's your drop shot. Okay, moving on, we're gonna be moving on to the next segment here. It's gonna be spy baiting coming up soon. I'm gonna talk a little more with the drop shot first. Now, typically with a drop shot, you can fish anywhere from 2 feet all the way up to, I would say, 50 feet. I've caught them in 50 feet on area, but that's in late fall. We're gonna talk about early summer to late summer, the dog days of summer. Now with the drop shot, I have a little high for this one because we're gonna be fishing in 15 to 17 feet this week, and these fish are gonna be a little post spawn, I think. I'm looking at the weather forecast. This is my drop shot. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a flatworm. I'm gonna go with the flatworm for this one. I got a crossfit already right in the bottom of my locker. So I'm gonna take a flatworm. This is the Berkley flatworm right here. Little 3-inch flatworm. Reeks like hell, but the fish love it. We're gonna put it on here like this. Nice little nose hook it. I used to hook them like jig heads, but I found I would ripple off a lot of bait, so I just started nose hooking it like this. You're gonna nose hook it, and then there you have it. There's your drop shot. We're gonna be throwing this if we're getting follow-ups from the spy bait. They're not committing. You're gonna throw it out like it's a follow-up, or you can even sight fish with them if you want to do a sight fishing thing. And yeah, so we're gonna go into the spy baiting now here for a little bit. This rod's rigged, so we're gonna reel it up. And then again, this is an old school Okuma EVX graphite rod. They don't make them anymore, but this is my go-to drop shot. Bring a little bit of old school into the new school era. There's your drop shot. Alrighty, we're gonna get into the spy baiting coming up next. So be sure to stay tuned. We're gonna go over the spy baiting next, and we'll be right back.